Hey there, kids. Do you want to hear a show where a bunch of guys sit around in a comic book store and talk about comics and lifestyle choices, other goofy things and shenanigans they get up to? Then
When have we ever talked about comics? Usually it's people sitting on my lap and riding the struggle bus.
That's true. It's mostly shenanigans. But occasionally we talk about comics. And if you like any of those things, comics, shenanigans, Devin's lap, then you need to check out Snake Oil Comics with me, Travis, and my beautiful co-host, Big Dev.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and snakeoilcomics.com.
You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 56. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
And I'm your number one blagger, Blake.
There you go. Bloody good time, Blake. Welcome.
Notice I didn't say wanker. I said blagger.
Blogger or blagger?
Blagger.
Oh, ooh, is that British?
Go listen to the Fratellis
What is that?
if you like Brit Pop 2008, Costello music.
Oh, I thought that was like one of the name of the characters from Friends, the annoying Brooklyn one.
Could be.
I thought the
You never know.
Fratellis were the bad guys from the Goonies.
No, the Fratellis are a great Brit Pop music group.
Oh, you sure it's not Rio Perlman's character from Cheers?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the Tortellis.
Oh, my
The
bad.
Tortellis.
But no, seriously, wasn't that the name of the bad people from the Goonies?
The Fratellis?
Yeah.
It could be.
I don't like the Goonies, so sorry. I don't know.
But go check out the YouTube video, Chelsea Dagger, or Flathead, or something like that, and you'll be impressed.
Flathead.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
That's where I learned blagger.
Blagger.
And I said, I better write this down for our British,
Fans.
British fans. That's right. Because I keep calling them wankers.
Okay, moving on. If you listen through that, you probably just sped mode that. That's okay. Welcome, everybody. We are excited to be here. It's just us three in the studio. Next week, we're going to have a couple weeks of guests, but this week is our last solo one. Solo as a team.
Team Solo.
Menage-a-trois-cast.
Menage-a-trois-cast.
Yeah, it's a
like it.
Menage-a-trois-cast. You come to us, this is your only Menage-a-trois-cast.
Well, I guess that's the name of this episode.
We got it out of the way early.
Menage-a-trois-cast.
And I need somebody to spell that for me. Not
Menage-a-trois.
Mayonnaise au trois.
mayonnaise. So, we're on Musings of Geek Network, musingsofgeek.com.
You can find many great other podcasts on musingsofgeek.com.
Bearded ones.
Yes. Salty Language
Salty
podcast.
Language.
Ooh, I like salty language.
Ooh. So, and we're on Geek Life Radio, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, every
What time
Friday.
is that in Beijing?
Before a.m.
Hong Kong, Ling Tong Tong.
Okay, now we're going to get all the Chinese people mad at us.
Castpile.uk, moving on.
Stitcher.
And Stitcher, the Sewing Network. And iTunes. So subscribe to us. Okay, moving on. Listener feedback.
From
Blake?
number one fan, Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname. Jeff, you're going to take this because Blake's going to answer this.
Uh-oh.
And it's a good thing we're answering because Amy and my son...
I mean, you're
they're not
asking it or answering it? You're going to answer it for me?
I'm not answering.
Oh.
You are. But Amy and my son, their political podcast is on hiatus. They got suspended for a week, so we're answering this.
All right, from Doug. What kind of idiot is Michael Moore for bashing snipers? I'm sure Amy will defend her left-wing friend, but what is Blake's opinion?
Blake? All yours.
No. All right, well, that's fine. Go ahead and let me take off my HOBI hat. Let me put on my political podcast hat.
Looks like a top hat.
It is. It is a top hat.
Oh, okay.
Does it come with a
Stovetop
monocle?
hat. No, I didn't have a monocle.
How about Kane?
On the budget you guys pay me, I couldn't afford a monocle.
You get paid?
In IOUs.
That's just as good as money.
That's why they only gave me a hat
And a cane.
and a cane. No, okay. Here's my opinion, which in no way in regards reflects the opinion of the United States government or any associated topic or organization thereof. It's just my own peace of mind.
Okay.
POM, as we call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
Michael Moore is entitled to his own opinion.
That was it?
I know. It's so
Wow.
You okay?
I know. You were expecting something controversial now, weren't you?
No, because he's an idiot. But
Well,
he
he's a kid. Actually, let me correct a lot of the
geez.
fourth grade educated level Americans that are out there. Michael Moore is not an American unless he's outside of North America. Then he's considered American, but he's actually Canadian. Okay, so he's Norte Americano.
Didn't he get his citizenship though?
Yeah,
His
it
dual
doesn't matter.
citizenship.
He's still a Canuck.
Okay.
The hockey leagues can't get rid of him. But anyways, but seriously, here's my question on this. Here's my point I gotta make on this, whole thing. Michael Moore is entitled to his opinion. His grandfather, yes, was killed in World War II by a sniper. I understand. He's entitled to his opinion. Since when does everybody have to get pissed off at everybody else for whatever they say or they have an opinion? You can't just have a discussion anymore. Everybody's got to be offended by everything that somebody says. Why aren't they asking? He's explained why he hates snipers. It wasn't really directed at Chris Kyle or the movie out of spite. It was out of anger and being upset at the fact that his grandfather died from a sniper shot.
And he has a
in World
personal
War
conne-
II.
he has
And
a personal
connection to it, which I say he's allowed to have. And therefore he's entitled to that opinion.
But not just that opinion. I'm not talking that opinion. I'm just talking in general. He's an idiot, right?
But in general, he's anti-capitalism, anti-American,
douchebag.
Former Canadian American wannabe who's allowed to make his activist, documentaries. Regardless of whether or not I agree with him or not.
Those documentaries are slanted?
No, get out of here. No,
Right.
but here's something else that a lot of people don't understand, and this is where you have to have an understanding of the history and the background. When you go look at our Anglo-American psyche in regards to war and culture, snipers were actually considered very cowardice and considered, how would you say in the British, unsporting, or it would be not acceptable by our Anglo-American standards of war. It's not until about the World Wars, especially in World War II, where the Americans, our army, was actually way behind everybody else when it came to snipers and actually utilizing snipers in an effective means and measure in regards to war. So that's why, if you ever seen the movie Enemies at the Gate,
Great
you have
movie.
this great German sniper, this great Soviet sniper, and it's because their cultures, their countries, had already recognized the advantages of using what I guess back from the Civil War days we would call sharpshooters, right? Mm-hmm. We utilize sharpshooters in warfare at sea. You believe it or not, our Marines that used to be on our ships would have sharpshooters. And the whole goal of sharpshooters was when you brought up your broadsides and side to side and you would engage ships in combat and hand to hand, you had Marine sharpshooters whose only job was to shoot officers, enemy officers on the other ship, because you take out the orders, the guys giving the orders, and etc. You eliminate the top chains of command, you create chaos, and it makes it easier for the other Marines and snipers to disperse and accomplish your goal. So if you take that into effect of our Anglo-American background in general of not accepting sniper warfare, it's not until during World War II and after World War II when we started utilizing them more in Korea and especially in the Vietnam War that we actually started using snipers as an accepted means of, as you would say, American-style warfare.
And they're really good in Call of Duty video games.
And really good Call of Duty video games. And what's that one video game, the arcade game that you can find at Dave &
the
Buster's?
sniper, yeah.
Silent Scope.
Yeah.
You go ahead and do Silent Scope, with all that kind of fun stuff.
See, look at that. We did a great job, and we didn't offend anyone.
Yes.
We love Canada.
But since we're on this topic,
Oh, dear God.
and we're going to get into it anyways with American Sniper, and I guess this is what Doug, is digging at a little bit more in regards to opinions and stuff. As far as American Sniper and Chris Kyle and stuff, what does offend me are people that throw comments out and falsities that are out there without, one, knowing who really Chris Kyle was and his background, knowing his book, knowing the movie and understanding the concept of the movie, etc. So let's clear up a couple of things here. Chris Kyle, yes, Navy SEAL, sniper. So let's see. I'll pick one thing from the far left and one thing from the far right, because I am an equal opportunity offender. And why am I an equal opportunity offender? Because I like to make fun of people on the far left because they get offended. And I like to make fun of people on the far right because they actually have more of a sense of humor and will laugh at themselves.
Hey!
But anyways, so let me pick one thing about American Snipers, and we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about the whole racism issue, right? So let's think about this. A lot of people accuse him of being racist because of the comments that he makes in regards to referring to his targets as savages or other pieces of nomenclature, right? Calling them names.
Yes.
So let's think about the compartmentalization of killing in the name of war and how that affects your psychology as a person. Well known and documented throughout history in propaganda, you have a more effective workforce and a better psychological coping of killing when you are able to dehumanize your enemy, right?
Yes.
It makes it easier for you to kill them when you dehumanize them and do things like that. Because if you think about the intimacy of being a sniper, it's a lot more difficult than actually being a soldier or sailor or airman in the field. Because being a sniper, you have the benefits of the scope. You are closer to your target. You become more intimate with that target. You watch them. You observe them. You see their face up close. You kind of get to know them in almost a perverse kind of relationship. So how does it make it easier for you to pull the trigger? You compartmentalize, you dehumanize, and you make your enemy your enemy. And you have to do that because you're going to go crazy thinking, oh, that guy's my age, or that person could be my son, or that could be my father, that could be, somebody's wife, or that's a daughter, or that's my brother, or he's a man like me, he has children like me. You identify with it. How do you compartmentalize it? You do it by doing it that way. So I will say, people that, accuse him of being racist or inhuman or anything along those lines, I would say that's part of your psychology of having to deal with the job that you have to do, which you turn out to be, you're pretty good at it, right? And you justify it, and it means that you are protecting your people.
Your country.
And you're doing it because your country is telling you to do it. There's no whatever about the Iraq War justification, blah, 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 or et cetera. I mean, when you are put in that position, it may not be what you anticipated, but you do that job because you're told to, and you do it, and you follow through as long as you got legal orders, lawful orders, and it's within the confines of the law of war, Geneva Convention, et cetera. You do it because you're protecting your buddies. You're protecting your friends.
Okay.
Your brothers and sisters, right? All right, so let's go on the far right now. Far right, they're talking about, the whole blanket thing about you can't criticize him, he's a hero. Well, you know what? The far left was criticizing him. I said, hey, hold on a second. So let me go to the far right and say, you know what? Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Should you look at it? Yes, you should. Can you criticize? I believe you can. Do it within the scope of the entire, the entire gestalt of the entire situation of who he is. Yes, there's some questions about the proceeds of his book going to, veterans and charity, the Jesse Ventura lawsuit, actually. So, without getting too much into Amy's podcast topics, which she could have in the future, etc. I don't personally know Chris Kyle, but I knew who he was before his book came out. I knew who he was when his book came out. I knew who he was before he died, helping other veterans with post-traumatic stress syndrome. So, he is a good guy. He served his country. There you go.
Okay. Jeff, anything real quick here? We don't want to do a whole political podcast, so if you're new to the show, we're going to get lighter here in a second.
This is pretty deep and heavy for us, actually.
For HOBI, yes.
Very deep and heavy. I just need to correct. I'm looking up Michael Moore's biography here, and nothing says he's from Canada. He was born in Flint, Michigan, and raised in Davidson.
Then why do I think he's Canadian?
I don't know why you think he's Canadian.
It's close enough to Canada. I don't think Canada wants to own him, though. Nickel, get back with us on that.
Oh, wait a minute.
He was from Flint, Michigan,
Or was
that's
I
right.
confusing him with Michael J. Fox?
Yeah!
You might have been.
No, it was Justin Bieber.
Oh.
But you know what? I for some reason...
Michael Moore's films aren't shaky enough.
He did Canadian Bacon film. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Michael J. Fox,
Well,
Justin
then I don't
Bieber.
have
Michael
to-
Moore.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I have to apologize to our Canuck brethren. I thought Michael Moore was Canadian for some reason.
That's right. As soon as you said Flint, it's like, fuck, he was. Yep. Okay, moving on.
But you know what? I don't follow Michael Moore an awful lot anyway, so...
I've
there
seen
you
his
go.
films. I've seen his films.
I just
That's
saw this
enough.
thing about how capitalism's evil. I did watch a little bit of that before I was like, okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, now switching gears. Doug also wants to know, what are Jessica Jones's superpowers? And is the Purple Man a lame villain?
You just took over Blake's listener feedback
He
segment.
just talked for 15 minutes. Give me a break.
This isn't even on my outline!
Oh, it's not?
No!
Oh, I just added this.
Hashtag left field.
Because David Tennant was just signed as the Purple Man. And
Oh, is that what he was? I saw he
Yes.
was on it. I didn't see what
yes.
character.
Jeff, can you go online and on the internet and look up Jessica Jones' powers? Is she strong? She's a detective.
Yeah, I didn't remember if she had powers or not. so.
Purple Man can basically make anybody do anything. And what he does is he captures Jessica Jones in the most popular story that she's in, the one that made her a popular person. Popular in quotations because she's popular but not the top tier. Basically what he does is he captures her, and to put it in a very wrong way, he basically captures other women and he rapes them in front of her, and she can't do anything about it. So because he has power over everybody. So
Man.
yeah.
This is a heavy podcast.
Yeah.
We're talking about murders, snipers, rapes, and stuff. Jeez, okay.
It is shocking. Not, probably just as shocking as Hank Pym hitting a woman in honor of Morris. But yeah, so whether they're going to touch on that, he's not a lame villain. He's pretty badass. It depends how far Netflix is going to go with it. And the reason is Jessica Jones breaks down crying because she's basically wants to take their place, and and she sees all these innocent women, and he rapes them until he kills them. So it is a tough graphic novel. So yeah, he is a great character. David Tennant is going to play it perfectly because he is awesome. Broadchurch, I guess Doctor Who, I don't know. He's got a spinning screwdriver ratchet set, I don't know. Miter saw, whatever. So anyways.
Now Jason's going off offending another half of our listeners.
We love UK and Canada, we really do. Okay, so moving on. Jeff, what's Jessica Jones?
Is incredibly strong, can lift tons of weight, and apparently has the ability to fly.
Oh, okay. So, and she's a good detective. She starts her own detective agency.
Yeah,
and
but she's not the world's greatest detective.
That's right. That's Batman. And she hooks up with Luke Cage, and they have a kid. And Squirrel Girl becomes the nanny.
Yay! So anytime you get Squirrel Girl involved, it's good.
That's Blake's favorite character, Squirrel Girl. So, let's skip the next one and move on to Blake. You want to take the response?
Yeah, we'll go back. Listener feedback. Last week we had a listener question. It was, what was the worst date movie that you had? And let me say, last week's podcast was also The first one my wife has listened to in several weeks.
Has she forgiven you?
It was perfect timing.
She forgives you?
No.
Oh, are you on the couch still?
No.
Have you taken her out to dinner for her birthday?
Several times. But let me just say, not only did I bomb it with missing her birthday, and then she was like, well, what about our worst movie date? It was the first one you took me out to. I was like, well, oh my goodness. She's like, you talking about your own Spanish girlfriend? and she was like, I was like, you know what, you're right, because our first movie date, she just found out her brother got mobilized for Iraq. Uh-huh. And I took her to go see Gods and Generals.
Oh, the Civil War movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not a good movie choice.
Well, it's not like it was a 4-hour movie.
And it was a 4-hour movie. And just to clear things up, my wife wants everybody to know that she is not a demon.
I wouldn't think she is. You forgot her birthday. I'm with her.
She's like, don't make me out to be a bad person. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm joking.
Michelle, no, you're not a bad person. I did tell my wife that you forgot your wife's birthday, and she's like, I would kill you.
Yes.
And she did say that she needs to talk to Michelle next time because my wife does birthday month.
Oh, wow.
Starting the first of the month.
And no, we don't need any ideas here.
I don't get her a present. It's not Hanukkah. I don't give her a present every day. But every single day, it's like, it's my birthday month. You have to do this. No, I don't. But it's my birthday month every single day.
She can save a syllable by just saying birth month.
That's true. Well, it is funny because her birthday is at the end of the month, which really makes it better. So she said Michelle needs to start doing that every time. Sorry, Blake.
Okay.
Sorry. So, Blake, you have to make sure Michelle doesn't listen to this one.
Yes, exactly. Well, to make sure.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
Thank you. But speaking of political podcasts, Amy.
At Culture Babble, she wrote a piece about on her blog.
Yes. We can say Culture Babble again?
It is back.
Okay.
The blog is back. She wrote a piece about the State of the Union address last week.
The State of Culture Babble?
Well, no, she actually wrote...
The state of you remember we got the text during the tweet during the recording last week about the State of the Union.
She actually wrote about it.
She wrote a piece about it.
Maybe we should have her do a State of the HOBI podcast.
Maybe.
And she can write about that too. Probably be more informative and more entertaining.
Maybe. Okay. So it's her bad date movie.
Her first movie date with her husband was he's just not that into you.
Which is very funny.
Which led her to a few awkward questions. But apparently, I guess he was into her because they got married.
Yes. I do like that one. He's just probably not the best choice.
Yeah, not a good choice for a first date.
No.
Nickel from Graphic Novice said his first date was Starship Troopers. And I want to know what's so bad about that. Didn't that shower scene get you guys in the mood? I mean, come on.
He said there was no second date after that.
Oh.
That shower scene was great. And the director was naked. Paul Verhoeven or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, all I have to say is, Nickel, carpe diem.
Seize the day.
That's right. Shower scene, grab onto it, man. All right, Dan from Musings of a Geek. Dan is like the king of Musings of a Geek, right?
Yes, he is the head honcho.
He is the head honcho.
He was in charge of approving Graphic Novice for Dolly Parton Wednesday in the lunchroom.
Awesome.
Thursdays is Islands in the Stream Thursdays.
Because that is what we are.
Yes, and it's just a continuous loop. And we've had a lot of suicides that day.
Yeah, I tend to avoid the calf on Thursdays.
Yes. Fridays is Bon Jovi Friday.
That is what we are.
And Neil actually plays guitar from Dark Angels Pre-Freaks, and I sing.
Yeah, it's not really Bon Jovi Friday. It's they hijack the lunchroom and just start singing their own Bon Jovi version.
It gets really awkward when Nickel starts belly dancing. It's a little odd.
Well, it depends what your preferences are.
Yeah.
But, speaking of Dolly Parton, you go to Ovation Song by Song, where they do Dolly Parton. Yeah, her background, actually, is very interesting and great read from rags to riches kind of deal.
Yeah.
I know we touched on it very briefly, but have you seen what she looks like recently?
No.
She looks like something from Tales from the Crypt.
Well, she is 70-something.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain point where like Joan Rivers, you just stop with the face stuff, man.
And yeah,
it doesn't look natural.
The plastic surgery affects men and women pretty bad.
Well,
once it hits.
Yeah, it's just.
And it affects women more often because they usually have the plastic surgery more.
Because of this social pressures of looking young and beautiful and attractive, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, all right, so Dan from Musings of a Geek, he said, I took my wife to Once Upon a Time in Mexico when we first started dating, and somehow she still married me.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, but I really liked that movie.
I don't know if it's a date movie, but you know.
Maybe not.
No,
but
maybe
it
not.
is one of the better movies Johnny Depp has done, especially recently.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
No. So Diamond Dave.
Yes.
At David Meyer 7.
Yes.
Meyer is an M-A-I-E-R.
Follow him. He's pretty funny.
David Meyer at Diamond Dave at David Meyer 7. He said his worst date movie for me was Magic Mike. Let's think about this for a second.
I think that would be a great date movie because you'd get her all hot and bothered, and she'd
and
go
then
home
the reality
with you.
sets in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. I don't know
Well,
what.
you don't let her see the reality until
That's right, you turn the lights out
And blindfold.
and tie down. I mean, hold on, wait a minute.
This isn't 50 Shades of Grey.
No, I'm sorry.
I heard that was Meg's favorite movie book from Minions
That's
Minutes.
right.
Oh, who's part of the Musings Network now, too.
Yes. So. All right, Magic Mike and Roofies don't mix. But also, Musings of a Shibe.
She's great.
Did I say that correctly? At Musings of a Shibe, S-H-I-B, not Shibby, Shibe. She said, worst date movie, Star Trek Insurrection.
You could have stopped at Star Trek.
Why? Because your boyfriend had to compete with Cumberbatch? Is that why?
That's not Insurrection.
That's not Insurrection. That was
Captain James T. Kirk?
that was Picard, wasn't
that
it?
was a Picard
That was
one.
Picard? Hey, nothing beats a sexy bald man.
That's right.
Especially ones with English accents that could be in Shakespearean plays.
Okay, so when I officially go bald, I should just walk around my house with a British accent?
Keep the goatee.
Okay.
And do that, yes.
Okay. Some people just want to watch the bud bud. I
Okay,
think
you
that
still
would be
need to
great.
find an English accent.
That's English.
He's saying, no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Rules of the game, Mr. Bond. Nope. Still awful.
Oh, shit, pushy galore.
I don't know.
Pushy galore.
Maybe there's some city in England where that doesn't sound too off.
I was listening to one of our episodes when I did the pushy galore.
Yeah.
And just to make sure everything was going all right with it, and my accent's awful. I have to admit, it's pretty awful. It's bloody awful.
Yes, it is.
Okay, next, D. Hassing.
Yes, Desmond Hassing at D. Hassing, Hassing. Rhymes with Kissing.
Yeah, that's what, look at what he says.
In the tree.
Yes.
What's he say? Oh, I got it. Burn after reading. Not that we watched most of the movie.
Yeah.
Nudge, nudge, know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
The
nudge,
film
nudge,
broke
hey,
halfway
hey.
through, probably.
Although I liked Burn After Reading.
Ugh. Brad Pitt was funny.
Yeah, I thought they all did a good job.
Know what I mean?
So there's some bad date movies. Got any more listeners? Send them on in at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. Or
right.
History of Bad Ideas on Facebook. Okay.
We'll continue on. We got from Bob.
Bob.
Just B-O-B.
That's right. No Twitter or anything.
Bob. Now I'm going to put on my 30
Did he
for 30
hand
voice,
deliver the
though.
message to you? Is that...
He emailed me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my 30 for 30 ESPN voice.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What if I told you just 5 or 6 years ago that Michael Keaton, Steve Carell, and Bradley Cooper would all be nominated for Best Actor? I wouldn't have believed it.
I agree.
I would have believed it. Because there are always these reclamation projects or people who've done something and you're like, and then all of a sudden, boom, they pop up. It's 3 of them at once is kind of a surprise, but...
Carell kind of surprises me.
Yeah, if you were saying that Michael Scott guy on television is going to be nominated for Best Actor Academy Award, yeah, that could have been a little surprising.
And I've been going through, since we got rid of cable, I've been saying that I've been trying to find a syndicated show on Amazon or Netflix to watch before I go to bed. And I've been watching The Office, starting with season 2.
Yeah, you told us that last
week.
week.
Okay, let me tell you, it's still fucking hilarious. I'm up to season 5. Michael Scott is amazing. That character is one of my favorite characters of all time. It might almost surpass Seinfeld for me as my favorite sitcom. It's getting there. I'm just telling you. So, you know what? It shouldn't surprise me because Steve Carell was great as Michael Scott. So, there you go. And his growth.
His growth.
Yes.
Growth.
That's what you're looking for in the guys on screen is their growth.
Oh. I go to men.com. Okay, next.
Randall Holt.
Randall Holt.
At RJ Holt 666. He's not really evil. Wrestling time. Thoughts on CM Punk in the UFC?
He'll probably get his ass kicked. Those are my thoughts.
I actually think he might do okay. It depends who they put him up against.
Yeah.
Do not let him go against veterans right off the bat. He is trained in a lot of martial arts, so it doesn't surprise me. It just kind of depends. And now that they all have weight classes, for the last 15 years.
Yeah, that's with the weight classes, definitely. If there was no weight classes like it used to be, then yeah, he would probably get kicked.
I think he would be okay. So, and it really makes me sad because we watched the Royal Rumble this weekend.
Yes, we
Jeff,
did.
And I miss CM Punk.
Yeah, some attitude or punkness was definitely missing from.
What did you see? What happened? Fans were so pissed off. Not that Reigns won, but just like it's the same shitty product lately.
Yeah.
They started hashtagging canceled WWE Network, and over 30,000 people have canceled the network.
Seriously?
In one day, so many people canceled. Their website went down to the cancellation page. They had to fix it, and it was trending worldwide. Time Magazine picked it up. USA Today, Fox Sports, everybody.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow. And I know people are like, oh, it's wrestling's fake. You know what? Fucking everything on TV's fake, okay? People like it. It's scripted. It still doesn't explain, when people fall on that show, it hurts.
Snap it to Slim Jim.
You want to say, it's just like gymnastics, just with story. But anyways.
Oh, but the best gymnastics has story. Carrie Strug, she broke her leg, she's still stuck the landing. Story!
Yes.
Stay away from my Lady Elizabeth.
You know what? Fuck you and your Game of Thrones.
Well, I'm not even doing Game of Thrones.
Why are you mad at Macho Man?
Oh, yeah.
Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Going against Mr. Fisto.
Oh, shit, there's a tree. I'm dead. Anyways,
He didn't die in a
skiing accident.
It was a car. He had a heart attack.
Bono.
I do feel bad. But no, so I thought that was funny that, they're promoting this network. And it's a great network. It's, for $9.99 a month, it's great. You get all this, the history.
And
I
the
love
pay-per-views?
It. Yes. But the funny thing is, though, they're like, oh, yeah, fuck you. We're going to do it how we want to do it. We don't care what the fans say. They say they do, but they don't. And then it's like, the fans are like, fine, fuck you, you give us this product, this is how we vote. You lose 30,000 viewers.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's $300,000 that month.
That month. And it's like, that's impressive. So,
voting with your feet.
Yes.
Actually surprised me there were that many people subscribed to
They hit the million. They already hit the million.
Wow.
And they said the million mark was what made them profitable for the network. That's their goal, is 1 million. And they finally reached, and they have some good programming, but it's like, that is hilarious. Like, Vince McMahon, oh, fuck you, I'm not going to listen to you. Fine, we cancel. And it's like, that's awesome. So there you go. There's our 2 cents about wrestling.
I don't know. I got a couple 2 cents worth in wrestling. I'm still angry at the results of our own individual Rumble.
I think we're on $1.25 worth of wrestling. We're at 2 cents a long time ago.
Well, at the Rumble, we play a game and have people over, and we do the pay-per-view, and basically everybody picks numbers out. And you get 3 or 4 numbers randomly out of a hat, and you get that wrestler. And you get points for throwing people over the rope, for doing a finisher, for using foreign objects,
so
being the final
like
2.
Fantasy wrestling.
In one night, yeah, it's great.
Much, yeah.
And if your wrestler doesn't make it to the ring, you get a point.
Because I had to stipulate that rule because several years ago...
Jeff got 0 points because 2 of his guys didn't even make it to the ring, I think.
They got beat up before they got to the ring. And I'm like... They didn't even get through the ring to get thrown out, so technically they haven't been eliminated yet.
That should be like bonus.
So now it is. It's a Scotty too hottie rule.
So if you get like a table broken over your back, that's
it's
like
a point.
10 points?
Well, the person that does it
hit you with the table.
Oh.
So it's a blast. We did. We have a belt, and your brother won this year.
My brother won. Every guy who threw a bunch of wrestlers out was on my brother's team. He had 4 numbers.
Yes.
All 4 of those guys did well. Jason got 1 point.
Yes, because my guy, The Miz, one of my guys, The Miz, was the first guy in the ring, and you get a point for that.
You get a bonus point for being first in the ring.
And I didn't even realize it until my wife said, I think you get a point for that. Hey, I do! I had 0.
I think you guys shouldn't have drawn numbers. You guys should have done an actual wrestler draft.
Well, we did that in the past, but you never know who's going to be in there.
Yeah, they went from...
No, they don't give you a list of
They don't
who's
give you a
in.
list.
They do. It's 30 wrestlers are in this, Rumble. But the problem is they only list like 17. So we were at one point doing like 10 surprise entries. We're like, it's too fucking complicated.
1 through 30.
Yeah, draw numbers. So
All right, that's our $2 worth of wrestling.
$3 now.
Well, 5. Snake Oil Comics at SOC Podcast.
Great little podcast that we found.
Yes. They want to know what one trade
Comic book.
find.
Graphic novel. Sorry.
Yeah, not football trade or
Yeah.
baseball trade.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is graphic novel
Yes.
trade.
Yeah.
Trade as in business, not a verb.
Yes.
Okay. What one trade do you find so awful that you would be willing to donate it to a book burning? And book burnings are bad, okay?
Jeff, you want to take the first one?
I would not be willing to donate any book to a book burning, no matter how bad it is.
I would do the trade paperback of The Flash when they relaunched it with his kids from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know you didn't like that story.
That was the most fucking awful thing. I like The Flash. I really do. That was the fucking worst storyline.
Worse
ever.
than some of those Spider-Mans you complain about?
Oh, fuck that shit. Shit. I try to erase them.
Throw the films in too.
Not just the films.
They make a good gas when they melt.
You know what? What pisses me off more than the Flash kids? Okay, one more day. Fuck you, Spider-Man. The last series of Spider-Man books I bought just pissed me off. Fuck you, one more day. I'm going to save this 80-year-old aunt, but I'm going to do, by doing it, I have to get rid of my marriage to a supermodel. Fuck you, Aunt May. You're going to hell now.
Well, yeah, it wasn't...
I would bury that body.
Wasn't, what's his name, one of the agents of hell, like in love with Aunt May or something?
I think so. Fuck Aunt May. Fucking most worthless character after her first 10
Yeah,
issues.
but I tell you what, after you gave those up and they'd be burnt, I bet you would have some remorse.
Not for one more day. Fuck that. That's even worse than Clone War, the Clone Saga. Ugh. Rumph. Give me a whole rump over there.
Harumph.
Thank you. Just a man and a horse being hung.
All right, and second to last, and we got our g'day, mate, from John Alloway.
Yes.
I says, happy Australian Day.
Happy Australian Day. It was on Monday, I think. Or Sunday. Might have been Sunday for us.
Yes.
Monday for them, I guess.
Well, it would be the same day.
Well, that's true.
They just start it earlier than we do.
Yes.
So they're in the
Although what he did...
Wait a minute, man. So you're telling me they're in the future, dude?
When he did wish
Right
it to
now,
us...
our time right now was there yesterday? They're that far ahead?
When he did wish it to us, it wasn't Australia Day for us yet, but...
What about New Zealanders, man? Where's their day? Are they included in Australian Day?
Nikki, answer that for us.
Yeah,
we got a lot of things from John Holloway we'll get to in the next couple weeks. So, John, hold on, but we got one for him. I sent a thing on our Facebook page about this. Go ahead, Blake.
It says, intern note.
Yes.
That actually means note from Jason.
Yes.
Because he doubles as our intern since
Yes.
we can't afford one. He says, regarding a nasty new sea animal in Australia, think like an eel with teeth. And when we asked our resident expert, John Alloway, he said, all right, mate, I've always said I don't go into the water and sharks don't come into the pub. And always worked for me.
I like that idea.
I like how everything John says starts with, hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Even when it's not written on the page that way.
Nope.
That's how we talk down under.
Yeah. So, John Holloway, we got some more. He's got some snakes that he showed. He listed.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about the brown snakes versus the black snakes.
The red-bellied snakes. Yeah, fuck that.
That's right.
He said he's
mowing your lawn. Always wear your boots.
Yeah, and he said he looks down and is like, fuck that. I would be killing those snakes with a shovel. Or a shotgun. I don't know. Or a boomerang. I don't know.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane.
Get these monkey-loving snakes off this Monday through Friday plane.
Thank you, TBS. And finally, what do we got?
Hey, last one. Last but not least. Dr. Number One at Dr. Number One. Is it embarrassing for Sony that Big Hero 6 is going to make more money than the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Hashtag left field.
Hashtag left field. Listener feedback.
It won't, because Big Hero 6 is a good movie, as opposed to Spider-Man 2. Big Hero 6 was amazing. It is kind of embarrassing. I think Spider-Man 2, it made money, but not much. And I think it's just embarrassing that a lot of shit is beating it. So,
But we won't talk about those this week because there wasn't any good movies.
No,
this
there
week.
wasn't.
That's right.
The Amazing Spider-Man's happy that Black Hat didn't beat it.
Black Hat.
You know, that's what Amazing Spider-Man should do, is be released in end of January. Be early February, and then they'll look real good comparatively speaking.
And then you know what Marvel will do? The Marvel Studios, hey, we're going to release Captain America 3 the same weekend. Just to fucking spite you.
Yeah, and he also said Dr. Number One said he's also kind of disappointed to find out on Bad Ideas podcast that he was the second choice for Michelle's birthday dinner. Well, Dr. Number One, that's why you should have said, yes, I am the urologist.
Golden showers.
And maybe there might have been a chance.
So Michelle...
Not that Michelle's into golden shower. The fact that she had dated a urologist in the past, in which we thought might have been encoded as Dr. Number One, the Dr. Number One, doctor being a doctor, number one being, well, you know, when you go to the bathroom in the States, we say number one.
What about Cleveland Steamers?
That is a completely different subject.
That's a number 2.
Oh, my bad.
And we're not talking about Dr.
That's a number 2. And that's like number 2.89.
Well, Michelle, next time you come on our show, Dr. Number One's outside our studio windows with the signs. Just go ask him if he would like to take you out on a date. He probably wouldn't forget your birthday.
He probably would remember.
Yes. And there's your feedback for the week.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay, so this is Jeff's favorite subject this week. Blake went off on American Sniper and gave his 2 cents, turned into $15. Jeff's going to give his, I think, on this. Marvel Universe and Ultimate Universe will both come to an end during Secret Wars, with the end result being a rebooted Marvel Universe incorporating elements of both. The only thing they're incorporating is Miles...
That's the only thing they're incorporating?
I'm thinking that's it.
Miles Long?
No, what's his name? Miles...
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
now.
he's from Ultimate Spider-Man. Can you look that up, Jeff?
I'll look that up.
From Ultimate
All right, so hold on. So
Morales. Yes.
So Marvel's had 2 parallel universes going on with storylines.
Yes.
And like once the Marvel universe was probably like what, the original?
Yes.
The
The
original.
original
They had to
6
super hype it up for the next one called the Ultimate.
Well, the Ultimate was designed early 2000, I think, basically to
They wanted to get new readership.
new readers in.
Okay.
It was, instead of Peter Parker working for the newspaper, he's working for a website.
Kind of
So-
like how D&D said, hey, 3rd edition is not good. Let's make 4.0.
I was thinking the same thing.
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
But it's kind of like doing that, but still printing all of your 3rd edition stuff.
See, I would have given Wizards of the Coast some, credit if they did that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Pathfinder took it up. That's why. Okay, next.
I was
But,
going to say
I'm
the
just-
same thing.
Well, that's what I said when they brought out a whole new. I said I'm not even gonna fucking touch Ultimates. I don't want to. I spent all this time learning what was going on in the Marvel universe.
And he spent all that money buying all that Marvel universe
and
books.
then bring out this new thing. And I was afraid that eventually they were going to just wean out the old universe and just start doing Ultimate Universe.
Oh, sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
But so I was like. I'm not even going to touch anything with Ultimate. Maybe I'll read something, from the library, but I'm not going to buy any Ultimate anything.
Well, Ultimate Spider-Man's gotten great reviews, Miles Morales. But what they do is, if you die in the Ultimate Universe, you basically stay dead. I mean, they killed Wolverine within like 30 issues. And he's gone.
He's dead in that?
Yeah, a lot of the X-Men are dead. But anyways, what happens, the movies that you see that Marvel makes is a lot more Ultimate, kind of inspired by the Ultimate Universe.
I see.
So, and they did it to get young viewers, new readers in to make it more of the 21st century. So anyways, first issue of Secret Wars were featured.
Hey, can we also note that we actually let Jeff speak the entire time?
We did.
Yes, we didn't interrupt him this week like we did last week.
I know, it was a fun description though.
That's right.
Can I finish?
So anyway,
basically Secret Wars
what are you trying to say?
Is the original...
Jason?
Shut it. We let you go off on Sniper. You just shut up, okay? Why don't you talk about Michael Moore in Canada some more? Anyways.
That's Justin Bieber.
616, the original universe, and Ultimate basically are again destroyed, and the only one left is a universe called Battle World, which is made up of all the many different worlds, including the X-Men 1990s cartoon show is in there, the characters from that.
So it's even worse than I thought?
Yes. Ultimate, 616, and basically they're all fighting it out, and whoever survives is in the new Marvel universe going forward. That's the gist. They've been a little vague on some of this stuff. I think basically it's to get Miles Morales into the real universe, because I think he's going to be the next Spider-Man in the movies. I think Marvel's pushing for that when they eventually get the rights.
When they get the rights, they got to get the rights first.
So they merged the Marvel and the Ultimate, and they're going to Battle World.
Yes, and then Battle World,
for lack of a better name.
Well, that's the thing. Battle World is where they're all fighting, obviously. But then once that's completed, I think they're going to go off into Earth
and World.
Yeah, Westworld. They're going to Westworld. The robots, they're attacking, and then Itchy Scratchy Land revolt with the robots. So you know, I was not against the DC 52 universe reboot. I know you were. Let me say my piece here real quick. I actually enjoy it because sometimes you get these stories get convoluted. You know, there's a lot of backstory. Again, my thing that I've said many times is the comic books should just do seasons. 12 issues, 1 year is season 1. Then go to season 2, new 12 issues. You can do new story arcs. People can pick them up easier. Oh, it's issue number 1. I can pick this up. And it's just, you don't have to keep fucking rebooting. That's the easiest way to do it.
I agree with you on that. But, like I said, after 52, I'm like, okay, I'm done with DC because I just took all this time to learn what's going on, and now you're telling me it's all irrelevant, and these characters don't even exist anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. And then now Marvel is getting me out of comics. Thank you. I'll save money.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say. Thank you, because I got...
We're reading a lot more independent comics because writers are sending them to us. So
yes.
We got some more independent comic books. Send them on over to us. So, yeah, it's interesting how they're going to end up. My thought is, as long as they make the action figures like they did from the 80s, I really love those. I still have some. My son plays with Hobgoblin, but I lost the glider.
Hobgoblin?
Yes. Goblin.
It's the land of hobgobs.
Oh.
It's the hobgob land.
Okay, Hobgobland. That's what I thought you said.
My speech impediment alone.
I got a speech impediment. I add the letter D to the end of certain random words.
Anyways.
Put R's in words too that don't exist too, like wash.
I don't want to talk about it.
You gonna put your clothes in the wash?
Maybe I am. Shut it. According to Nerdist, the title of the Walking Dead spinoff is Fear the Walking Dead.
Yes.
One of the lead characters from Fear the Walking Dead would be featured in a 6-episode arc in season 6 of The Walking Dead.
Awesome. I love The Walking Dead.
Are we on season 5 right now?
We're in the middle. So that means it's going to be next year.
Yeah, after the next season.
This is season 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's season 5.
Well, that's good. I think that's awesome. I'd like to see that. Because I can't get me enough Walking Dead.
Spinoff takes place during the time that Rick was in a coma during the early days of the zombie plague outbreak. Fear the Walking Dead's cast includes Kim Dickens, Cliff Curtis, Frank Dillon, and Alicia Carey.
Now, that would be kind of interesting because what I liked about The Walking Dead, through the eyes of the main character, of course, Rick.
Yes.
Is that he was in a coma when all this shit broke out.
Mm-hmm.
So the opening of Fear the Walking Dead, they're going to explain or have a lot of action where the actual zombie epidemic breaks out.
Yeah,
because that's what drew me to The Walking Dead in the first place, is the fact that he's in a coma and he wakes up and is like, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, what the flip flaps is going on?
Well,
we can say fuck on this program.
Well, I'm trying to water down my horrible language.
Well, Kirkman, the creator, said that you will never find out what caused the plague.
They just know they just know they're all infected.
Yeah. So
okay, but that's cool. I think that's cool because it leaves that certain unknown factor that goes with it.
The rumor
it doesn't have to be some stupid comet that comes by.
The rumor is that husband and wife.
If I could reference a very bad movie.
It's a husband and wife.
Night of the Comet. Okay, I did it. Okay, go ahead.
I was ignoring it.
I loved that movie for as bad as it was.
I was basically it's the husband and wife, or maybe an ex-husband, we don't know yet, and then their kids, and one of them's a drug addict.
Oh, yes, that's right. We talked about it's not a good time to get high during the zombie apocalypse.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. I'm intrigued by it.
I like it. I will watch it.
I'll probably watch it. George R.R. Martin.
Yes.
Dance with the Dragons.
Dance with Dragons.
Whatever. manuscript shot down one of the biggest, most promising rumors about a fan favorite character in the Game of Thrones universe.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe should you let Jeff read this one since you're so
Jeff.
anti George R.R. Martin.
He's a hobbit.
And I will say it was a theory that I myself came up
liked
with
it too.
and thought was.
I thought it was too.
I'm not saying I was the one that spread. I'm just saying it's an obvious.
It's an obvious connection.
Yes.
I think a lot of fans thought.
Yes.
Well, why don't you say what it is? A Reddit user, which I still don't know how to use Reddit.
No, I don't understand
It is
Reddit
a
either.
clusterfuck.
It is. It makes no sense to me.
So you've unread it? Wow, we haven't had that in a long time.
Go back to your cave, Nick.
A Reddit user found a page from A Dance with Dragons, which was displayed at the Cushing Library at Texas A&M, that completely shuts down the theory that Cold Hands, a character who takes Bran north of the wall in the books, but has been cut from the show thus far, is actually an undead version of Ned Stark's missing brother, Benjen.
Benjen Stark, who went north of the wall
and disappeared
on a ranging and disappeared.
Early into the story.
That's correct. So in the book version, a character named Cold Hands takes Bran and the brother and sister,
the Reed twins,
siblings, north to go see what is going to be what's his name? Crap, I forget his name.
I do too.
But anyways, he's a Targaryen.
I forgot his name.
I think he was a Tauntaun.
Back in the old days. Anyways, so this Cold Hands creature basically saves them from the White Walkers, along with his crows.
Oh, and he's kind of a White Walker himself.
Kind of undead himself.
Yeah, but he
speaks and talks and is able to communicate.
It says Cold Hands will probably never appear on Game of Thrones, the show.
Probably never.
Since they got to where they were going, that they used Cold Hands' help, there's no reason for him to come back, because unless something else is going to happen in the books, his spot from the show is already
Cold Feet his brother in it?
No.
Cold Feet's a woman.
But the other theory is Cold Hands was actually another Night of the Watch captain from one of the other strongholds that's along the ice wall. Believe it or not.
Oh, very well could be that theory.
It could be, but who actually married a northern wild woman and had given up his position at the wall to go with this Northling wild woman. But so Cold Hands is not Benjen Stark. Nobody knows what happened to Benjen Stark. And the thing is that they have really cool in the picture. They actually have a picture of the notes from the publisher that's written. It says, so Benjen Stark doesn't recognize Cold Hands. Is he Benjen Stark, but he doesn't realize it. And that was written in the publisher's handwriting. And in two big red letters from George R.R. Martin, it says N-O. No. But knowing Martin, he could just basically leave Benjen out unknown. You never know what the hell happened to him.
He
because
just
that's
disappeared.
the way he is.
This is kind of sound like Clan of the Cave Bear. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
Yeah, except for the fact that it's absolutely nothing like Clan of the Cave Bear, yes.
Yeah. But anyways, that's a big disappointment because a lot of people thought that Cold Hands might have been Benjen Stark.
I was one of them.
Sure. All right, so...
Hurrah! Well, the good news is, at probably beginning of April, you guys are going to do a podcast all about Game of Thrones, the new season starting. Yes. I will not be there, but you guys can do it as a special HOBI episode.
Yes.
Yes, where we're planning this episode for when Jason's going to be out of town on business.
Yes, so you guys will be doing it. It'll be exciting. Maybe Bednar will come on.
I think that's the plan, right?
Yeah.
I think that is the plan.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make him write a song about Game of Thrones. And
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Oh, we'll have him make a song about ice and fire.
Yeah. A song of ice and fire.
Anyways, finally, another crap.
Luke Evans. I like
Evans.
this news article, by the way.
Dracula Untold, Hobbit Movies, and the Immortals he was in.
Luke Evans, yes.
The Wrap is reporting that Luke Evans has left the Crow reboot and will no longer play Eric Draven. And they're saying it's scheduling conflicts. Basically, the production was crawling along at a snail's pace. and they have no start date. They've been working on this for a couple years now, like 4 years.
Yeah, I didn't know they were still working on it.
I didn't know they
honest.
were working on a Crow reboot.
They talked about it years ago, and I just thought it died.
Oh, it went through 4 or 5 different actors, and
Yeah.
basically they said Evans, whose popularity is rising, they said he just got tired of waiting. I love the original Crow.
And the soundtrack. One of the
soundtrack was amazing.
Effing soundtracks ever.
I'm not a big music man, but that was a great soundtrack.
Yes.
Agree.
Can't rain all the time. And so I love the Crow movie, but I don't think we really need to do this anymore.
All right, well, here's a good question for the listeners. Who would they see as the new Eric Draven?
Ooh. Who would you sign?
Who would you like to see as the next Eric Draven in The Crow if they're going to reboot it?
They are. They're hell bent on
going
it.
to, because that's what Hollywood does.
Okay.
So who's the new guy in the 50 Shades of Grey movie? Maybe I'll pick him.
Speaking of 50 Shades of Grey, John Oliver from Last Week Tonight or Last Week whatever.
Yeah.
Great show. It hasn't come back yet, but he's been doing these web shorts on it.
Yeah.
And he did a 4-minute short, and he did a hashtag because he's never read the book of 50 Shades of Grey, but he's like, somehow all these middle-aged housewives that have 3 kids but have never had sex somehow are upset by this actor being Christian Grey. So people then got offended when, I guess on his earlier episodes, he was getting upset too, in quotation marks, and he started hashtagging, if you with me, hashtag not my Christian. And it pissed off the religious right. So
That's not what he meant to do.
no, but he did, but it was funny.
Christian.
So I just thought that was funny. I saw that it was a 4-minute short. I love
You know
John
what kills me
Oliver.
about the whole 50 Shades of Grey and this, presidential liberalism that we're in and all that other kind of stuff. You want to present, the strong, working, independent female, in charge of her own sexuality. But yet this best-selling book about how she's used and abused by this evil corporate man?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Charlie Hunnam was smart to get out of this movie.
Yes, I agree.
It is Meg from Minnie's Minute. I think it was one of her favorite books of 2013, 14.
I think you're right, yeah.
I think so. Meg, tweet us about that.
You know, the whole sad part about it was this book started originally as fan fiction for Twilight.
Oh, that's right. I did read that.
Really? They ended up taking out the Twilight characters and pretty much renaming them. But, I mean, this was an Edward Bella thing, I think, that some undersexed housewife or something must have wrote about.
And there's nothing against housewives or anything like that.
It's just this one particular one
Yes.
who wrote this book that somehow people think is worthwhile.
It's a trilogy, too.
Yeah. Well, once one's made, you can always make more.
Ugh. So, there's your News of the Geek.
Wow, it's time to grab your balls of fury. It's Plotlines with Jeff and Jason.
Plotlines.
Wow.
All right, so that means...
Plotlines, if you're new to the show, we take a movie we've never seen from our listeners. This one's from David, Lady in the Box. We tried to look at it last week. We couldn't find it. We did find it this week, thanks to David sending us another email saying this is it.
Let us stipulate it. We found it, but we didn't read it.
Yes. And we try to figure out what the plot is. We can all come together and help each other out, or we can do our own. And the only thing we got is the title and the year.
Man.
Lady in the Box. Lady in the Box.
Oh.
2001.
So it's not 2001.
2001.
Chains?
No.
Oh, okay, we're about 10 years too
I
early.
keep thinking Boxing Helena.
Yeah, that went through my mind. And I'm like, don't I know? No, I know Boxing Helena.
So anybody want to go first on Lady in the Box?
The Lady in the Box.
I'm guessing it has to do with the magician's assistant.
Okay.
Good guess. I like it.
I'm going to start that way.
Okay.
And she has no arms and legs.
No, but
That's Boxing Helena.
Oh, wait, sorry.
And, magician's assistant, the lady who goes in the box, or maybe the double who hides in the box the whole time while the real assistant's out on the stage. She just hides in the box and sticks her legs out when the other lady climbs in the other end of the box.
Hello, my feet.
Let's see. God, this
That's a good story there, Jeff.
I can't think of a good plot line to go along with the lady in the box.
Okay, well, here we go. We can do
Let's
this.
build on that. The lady that sticks her legs out of the box, right, gets upset because she doesn't get any credits in the show.
Okay, so she sabotages?
She sabotages the show. So when he goes to do the slice thing where he's cutting her in threes and the lady in the box, it actually slices through her midsection.
And I like it that
so this is the real.
Yes.
Maybe the one that doesn't get enough credit, she's in love with the magician, but the magician's in love with the other one, and it's a love triangle.
And so she sets the assistant to be up, and so on stage in front of everybody, he thinks it's like some goofy, wild thing that they're trying new, and he goes along with it. And then when he realizes that the whole thing is real, the lady that never gets credit pops out. Boom. Boom. Exactly. And then she starts going, hey, everybody. And everybody's like, wow, we think this is the greatest trick ever. So I'm trying to get to what she does is the greatest trick ever, though.
Yeah. It kind of sounds like a Tales from the Crypt from the 90s episode. I like it.
Did Michael Bay write this one?
Maybe.
Still can't believe he wrote scripts.
Yeah, I like that. So that's where we're going with. That's an easy one. We all join together.
All right.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Wonder Triplet powers activate.
Menage-a-trois-cast.
Yay!
Your raptor arms, Jeff, wouldn't reach us down here.
I know. I'm at the other end of the table.
I got big head, but small arms.
Any actors or actors you want to think of?
2001.
Scott Bakula.
No.
I'm going Scott Bakula.
Scott Bakula.
And I'm going Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks?
Yes.
It'd be early in her career, so maybe she would do
Zack
a bad
and
movie like that.
Zack and Mary make a porno? Yeah, that's really early.
Yeah.
I won't argue on Elizabeth Banks. I still can't see Scott Bakula doing that.
I'm just still throwing that out there.
Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, yeah, because he's been in great films.
No, he hasn't. He's been known to make bad films.
Blake, you got anyone?
Bad films, obscure. In addition to all the good films they make, I got to go Michael Caine.
Okay.
And you know what? We haven't mentioned Hayden Panettiere on the podcast for a long time.
Good call.
So I'm going to throw Hayden Panettiere in there as a lovely magician's assistant.
Okay.
Who's the object of jealousy from the stunt legs lady. The lady in the box. Who would play her?
Carol Kane. No, I'm just kidding.
Not Carol Kane.
I'm trying to think. Can we get somebody from Glee? How about that?
No, that's way too
That's
early.
Tori Spelling.
Tori Spelling.
There you go.
Sure.
That's what we're going with. Jeff, what we got?
Well, we don't have a whole lot here. Plot summary. An unsuspecting bartender believes he has been set up for the murder of his own girlfriend in this film noirish Hitchcockian suspense thriller.
Oh, you said cock.
Yeah, and there is no synopsis, so
that's what we're going with.
That's it?
That's the plot.
We're
it's a
actors or
bartender.
actresses?
We were way off. Samsonite. We were way off.
I like our version better.
I do too.
Credited cast: Darren E. Burroughs.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Knepper, Paige Rowland, Mark Shepard, Robert Glenn Keith, and that must be like an animal or something. Appin Sawaklat played Felix.
I'm not an animal.
Well, put it this way: Robert Knepper was on Heroes with Hayden Panettiere.
Oh, there's Hayden Panettiere.
All connects. All connects. Okay, there's your plot lines for the week.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
And boy, do we have bombs this week.
Bombs!
Word to your moms. I come to drop bombs.
Just as good as money.
Well, we'll start out from Doug sent us in this little tidbit. Black Hat has made less in its opening week than Sin City 2, which made $6.3 million.
Yes.
Sin City 2 was one of our biggest bombs of last year.
Yes. Black Hat is blowing that out of the water.
Black Hat is now up to $7 million on a $70 million budget.
Would you say blowing it out of the water or putting water back into Sin City 2?
It's sinking.
I guess nobody likes Thor as a computer hacker guy.
Michael Mann seriously cannot direct another film, right? They will never give him another shot.
Well, I don't know. He's looking good, comparatively speaking, to Strange Magic. Only made $5.5 million in its opening week on an unknown budget.
What is Strange Magic?
The animated film?
The animated film from the mind of George Lucas?
That should give you enough right there.
It's got penguins from Madagascar in it?
No. Actually, the penguins of Madagascar probably are better than this.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Because it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
The ads. Oh, my God. Like, if the ads are any indication of the humor in the movie, it might be one of the most painfully experiences to sit.
I finally saw a preview for this movie on TV, and it is awful looking.
Oh,
take a drink. But that wasn't even the biggest bomb of the week.
No, that did better than Mordecai, which only made $4 million in its opening week on a $60 million budget.
For Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp and Gwyneth Paltrow probably were $40 million of that $60 million.
He's probably over for the last 2 movies, right?
More than that.
Transcendence.
He had the Lone Ranger before that.
Lone Ranger bombed.
Wow, he's on a bad streak.
Let's see. You got Mordecai. And Pirates of the Caribbean 4 actually did not do as good as they thought it was.
I mean, it actually made money, I think.
It did, but not as much as they thought. They got that come out this year, Pirates number 5. Or next year. Sorry.
Yeah, about that they were filming it this year.
Is that Sans Depp?
Sans Depp? What's
yes.
that?
Is that without Depp?
Sans?
No, with Depp.
With nobody else from,
they said Orlando Bloom might be coming back.
Oh, really?
What about Keira Knightley?
Oh, they're doing a new Alice in Wonderland movie.
Oh, yeah, he's got another,
Again?
With him in it. It's a sequel to the last one with
he wasn't Into the Woods.
Yeah, but that didn't do too great.
No. But he was a minor character in that.
Yeah.
Minor character in Tusk.
Yoga Hosers might make more with his next movie.
Wow.
Yeah, then we got Transcendence. I never heard of Lucky Them.
Nope.
The Lone Ranger before that.
Jeezel.
Dark Shadows before that.
Dark Shadows bombed.
Yeah.
A couple of uncredited
Johnny
roles.
should just walk away for a while. He's made enough money. He's worth over $1 billion. Let's just walk away.
Diary? Did the Rum Diary do anything?
Rum Diary didn't do much. My God.
So Pirates of the Caribbean in 2011?
Yeah.
Is he the new Michael Caine?
Yeah, he's going to Jaws: The Revenge Part 2.
His last hit was Rango?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did do well, Jeff?
Number 1, American Sniper. Made $64 million in its second week in wide release. $200 million on a $58 million budget.
This continues to surprise me. I thought it would do well, but I thought it would hit $100 million total, 110. I never expected $200 million in 2 weeks.
I don't think anybody did.
No.
I think if anything, the draw is a lot of what goes on in the movie makes you really think about a lot of things.
The problem is people don't want to think about things, especially when they go to their movies.
But I think this was so good when you take into things like Lone Survivor and then this American Sniper. I don't think it's meant to glorify anything along the lines of war. I think a lot of people are infatuated with it, probably because in this demographic of where we're at in the United States right now, the last major wars we had were the World Wars in Korea, where almost everybody knew somebody or was in a war, and now you're down to 1% of the population. So maybe that's the draw to this. Not that people are celebrating war, but the fact that maybe it intrigues them about the war stories.
On a simpler scale, I think the trailer is amazing.
And the trailer's great.
I mean,
the trailer does draw you in. But to be honest, $200 million in essentially 2 weeks in major release.
That's blockbuster.
It's huge, and I mean, even most war movies don't even do that.
No.
I mean, you can't say it's
what about
because of the
Saving
war.
Private Ryan? I'd like to see how
that did pretty well.
I'll
find that out for you guys while you keep talking.
No, but that every once in a while there'll be one touchstone film like that or whatever, and I just didn't think American Sniper would be. I don't know. Does Bradley Cooper have that type of draw?
I think a little bit. I think people after Silver Linings Playbook, I think his draw has really improved. I think that's helped.
And this is the third year in a row he's been nominated for Academy Award.
I'm not kidding with you on this. I really think he should have been considered for Rocket Raccoon for Academy Awards. I'm not kidding you. He brought life to that character.
He did, but I don't think anybody...
Because it really wasn't a living character? Hey, it was an animation?
Yeah, it's CGI. But, of course, Andy Serkis should have been up there for a couple of things, too, but that's just me. Not,
Well, yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. But go ahead, keep going, Jeff.
Right. Number 2.
Number 2, The Boy Next Door. Yay, J-Lo!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yay, statutory rape of hot female teachers having sex with overage 18-year-old boys.
Overage. Made $15 million in its opening weekend of only a $4 million budget.
Now let's J-Lo took that less amount of money in order to make a movie?
Well, yeah, apparently. This
apparently.
was somebody who was in Geely, so she doesn't have a big box office draw.
She was also, I don't know what else she was in.
Well, here's my next question. If
Made
the
in
roles,
Manhattan?
Yeah.
If the roles were reversed, where it was a male teacher having sex with an underage woman,
Never
that's Lolita. I'm sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
A little fun fact here to follow up on the Private Ryan thing. Saving Private Ryan cost $70 million to make. It made $216 million in the U.S. in 1999.
Wow, I actually thought it made more than that, to be honest.
Made $63 million in its first week.
So it's about $20 million cheaper, and American Sniper at this pace is going to surpass it.
Yeah.
Wow, that completely surprises me.
Yeah.
Number 3 movie can go fuck itself.
Paddington!
Yay,
Oh, yay!
furries!
Animated bears fucking themselves. Hooray! It made $12 million on a total of $40 million, or a total of $40 million on an unknown budget. The Wedding Ringer made $11 million.
Yay! Chick flick disguised as best buddy movie.
Yeah.
Almost $40 million on a $23 million budget. So its money's back.
Yay.
And Taken 3
Electric Boogaloo
made $7.5 million on a total of $76 million on a $48 million budget.
Nothing like geriatric ass kickers rebooted for the 3rd time in a row.
Yes.
So it made its money back.
So.
But is it enough to make Taken 4?
No, they said this is the final one.
Yeah, they always say that.
Yeah, until they show them the house, it'll buy them.
Liam Neeson's in the retirement home next.
Didn't George Lucas say he wasn't going to make another Star Wars
Let's
film
not talk about
after
He didn't make another Star Wars. He made some abortion of a film. I'm not sure what it was. It wasn't Star Wars.
3 abortions.
Yeah.
But upcoming the week of January 30th, Black or White. Do I
Kevin
know Black or
Costner.
White?
He's a widower who's suing for child
Custody
for his grandchild.
Oh. I thought it was...
Kevin Costner's got 2 films coming out within like a couple weeks of each other?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Black or White? Yeah, I don't know that one. Project Almanac.
That's the time machine
time
one.
traveling
That
one?
actually sounds
Didn't
interesting.
Didn't we see a preview for
Like
that?
a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to
Yeah,
see
that's
like I Am
called Hot
Number
Tub
5
Time
or
Machine.
whatever.
Oh, wait a minute. Wrong movie.
Hey, they're making a sequel of that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
movie?
talking about.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yes.
No John Cusack, though.
No,
I'm
he's
disappointed.
out.
He
He's
probably
out.
said, fuck that, I'm out of here.
But it still has Clark Duke and Craig Robinson.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
I like Clark.
You know, the sad thing is the funniest parts you've seen are probably in the trailer.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, the rest of the movie probably sucks.
In Clark Duke, he was in The Office, the final season.
Yeah.
There was online, I saw this this weekend, there was 12 minutes of cut scenes from the final episode.
Oh. Okay.
Go online and see it. It makes a lot more sense. Like, obviously they had to cut it because it was an hour and 10 minutes. But those 12 minutes was good. Like, he had a love interest story in it.
Was it Jan?
No, it was with the no. It was with the blonde. That was like in 10 seconds of it. That was came in, and Kevin had a couple more parts about Clevin, and then he was making up other numbers and that. So yeah, it was pretty funny. So yeah, go online. It was like, oh, there's a lot more to this.
And also The Loft.
I have no idea what The Loft
coming
is.
out this week. The Loft.
The Loft was something about something dead man's lost. I have no idea.
What? Something about
That's my
like
chicken
what?
scratch notes that I made. I think it says dead woman's loft.
Well, The Loft stars Carl Urban and James
wait a
Marsden.
minute, this is where the cheating husband guys
okay.
have a loft that they share together so they can have sex on the side and cheat on all their wives.
How am I
And then
missing
one of
these
them finds a
previews?
dead woman. Then a dead woman is in the loft, and so now it's one of the 5 guys are actually now in vice of being dirtbags for cheating on your wives. Now one of them's a murderer too, or so you think. Who knows?
Oh, God.
Or you know what? I know what the plot is right now. One of the wives find out what it is, so she goes and kills the guy's girlfriend and leaves the body in the loft. There you go. Boom, done. Don't waste your money.
And the wife did it, but the guys all think that each other did, and at the end, they all start killing each other by accident and getting into a fight.
That's right. And then the final scene is all five of the wives having a champagne toast together.
Yes. It would be like the First Wives Club, but a horror film.
We just did our own plot lines 20 years from now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think we got
Oh my God. Talk about Hot Tub Time Machines and Project Almanac. Somebody save this podcast.
Yeah. Oh my God, Amy's a regular on the show. How did she get here? We did something to the time wave, the jet stream, stream, whatever.
I'm looking at the actors on here, and I'm like, this is kind of an eclectic group of people to put together. Like Carl Urban, James Marsden, Wentworth Miller, Eric Stonestreet, and
Eric Stonestreet,
and some guy I don't know.
Is he like cheating on his wife?
I'm assuming the five guys listed are the five guys. He's not gay in real life.
Well, I know
he just plays
isn't.
one on TV.
I know he is.
Okay.
I know that. Shut up.
I'm not a doctor in real life, but I play one on TV.
No, fat guys. How are they getting girls to cheat on their wives?
No.
They're lucky to even have a wife.
No. I meant, he looks like such a nice guy. I can't see him in any other roles. That's what I meant. So fuck you. Go eat a Twinkie.
Oh, you're typecasting him is what you're saying. Okay.
Are you stereotyping, Jason?
No, fuck you all. Let's go. Next.
Are you doing an Amy Pascal?
Amy Smart is too Amy Smarter. Who was that? Carrie Russell. She's too Carrie Russell.
That's the
You could
end
be an
of
exec for Sony.
the box office.
We do have an independent comic book review.
Independent comic book review.
Then Emily was gone.
That's the title. And then Emily was gone.
Yes. Okay. So it's by John Lees, Ian Laurie, Megan Wilson, Colin Bell.
Is that Ian Laurie?
It might be, actually. I'm sorry. I can't say.
He's got a speech impediment. He mispronounces names.
Next time we send things in for review, please give us phonetic pronunciations of your name for Jason's West Side Warsh.
Although I, to Jason's defense, I know he's a Bengals fan, so he watches a lot of football games with Ian Eagle as the announcer.
Oh, okay.
We're all done? Can I finish? Okay, so we appreciate from Comic Tribe. They're a publisher. They sent us a trade of this. It comes out February 4th, the whole trade. I believe it's 5 or 6 issues. 5 issues. It is messed up. Basically, this washed up. Shut up.
Washed up.
Police detective who's stopped doing it. He thinks that he's seeing, illusions, he's going nuts, and demons is what he's seeing.
What, did something trigger it?
Well, it did, but he basically had to stop. He stopped being a cop, but he had a real knack for finding missing people. Well, it comes to find out that it really is demons that he's seeing, and everything. So this girl, Lori, comes to him and says, you gotta help me find my friend. On this island, a lot of these girls have gone missing. It's not, pretty much cut and dry. We think something else happened. Long story short, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's demons involved. It's the hell. Basically, it starts
full of young women.
No, there's other people too.
Oh, sorry. Scantily
but
clad.
some of them are young women.
Killers, all this stuff. It was very well done. The story was really good. The art was very good. It was not my style, though. So that's my my only takeaway. That's, it's not negative. It's just not my style.
Better than Rob Liefeld?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was very well done.
Can they at least draw feet?
Yeah. None of them had extra pockets. But no, it was a good story. I really liked it. The ending was like, woo, okay. It was disturbing. The demons, the ghosts, pretty much whatever you call it, the occult stuff and that was drawn very well. It was, and I'm not trying to rag on the art at all because it was very well done. It was tough for me because it was not my style. But it was beautiful to look at if, just for a different take on it. It's not the typical Marvel DC art.
So so you're talking about like the art, the graphics aren't your style. What would you equate it to?
See, that's
similar to. It's like kind of unique in its own.
Yeah. Here, let me show you some of it right there, Blake.
Okay.
So basically the detective finds hell
If
itself
all of
on
you
this
can now
island.
envision this, I am now looking at the art.
What do you think that is, though? I don't know if
he wants you to explain it,
I
Blake.
don't.
I thought we were describing to listeners what I'm doing.
Shut it. The story was beautiful. It was great. And I would recommend it. And like I said, the art did not take away from it at all. I'm not saying that it was very nicely done. It was just different art for me that I'm used to.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely got its own style.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It's a neat style. It's just different than what I'm used to.
So you're saying it's not anime?
Yeah, it's not anime.
Good,
Not
because
anime.
I don't like
It's
that
not
style.
anime. No.
But it's well worth it. It comes out February 4th from
not manga.
Comics Tribe. And like
I see
What do you think?
a little bit of AD&D first edition, maybe a little bit.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
Okay. So Dungeons and Dragons for the
Maybe
people
in
out there.
regards to listening.
Well, I want to meet the people who aren't listening to or who are listening to this podcast that don't know what D&D refers to.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Sit there for a second. And then Emily was gone, like said. Basically, he sees monsters. He goes to... It was kind of like the Wicker Man. The original. Let's not get the Nicolas Cage version.
The good version.
Yes. The Wicker Man kind of mixed with Constantine. Kind of like Constantine. Kind of Constantine with the Wicker Man. I'm going to go with that. I'm kind of proud of that summary.
Constantine with the original Wicker Man.
Yeah. So I would definitely, if I'm giving it, I don't do stars really. I would do
Forks.
No, I do grades. A through F. I would give it a solid B to a B plus. And the only reason I think it would probably be B is just because the style is different than I used to, and kind of the art style. But again, it doesn't take away from it. It's well done art. It's just a different style that I'm used to. But overall, like I said, very well done. And then Emily was gone from Comics Tribe. So take a look. February 4th, it comes out in a trade paperback.
So you can get that at your local comic book stores?
Yep.
All right.
Do they have a website?
You can go into Comics Tribe. I believe their comicstribe.com is what their website is. You can go on Twitter too. So just to let you guys know.
All right.
So take a look at it. I'm sure Amazon will have it. I'm sure everybody will have it.
Of course, everyone will have it.
Amazon.
But if you're going through Amazon, go through
musingsofageek.com and then buy it from them. So
Yay.
But I'm sure
we don't get any money from that.
No, but we at least still get to continue with Dolly Parton Wednesdays.
Yes.
Correct.
No, I think you can probably. I think you are able to get it from Comixology too. So.
Okay. That's important for you comicsologists.
So. Thank you, Comics Tribe, for doing it. Okay, top 5 is actually from a listener.
Thank you, listener. So if you want to have your top 5 potentially done,
tweet it at Bad Ideas Podcast.
Facebook it.
History of Bad Ideas Podcast on Facebook.
Email it, thehistoryofbadideas@gmail.com.
Yes.
Because if you just think positively about it really hard, it
will
ain't
work.
going to work. It's not going to work.
No, it won't. You gotta send it to us.
Send it to
What
us.
listener, Jay?
Brian Hackney, at Brian_Hackney, HACKNEY. Follow
Brian
him.
with a Y.
Yes.
When we first got our top 5 list from Brian Hackney, I said, damn you, Brian Hackney. This is
a good
going to be
one.
difficult. But then you know what? You're right. It was difficult. I had a lot.
Yeah, I did too. We do top 5 favorite fictional movie athletes. So
Top 5
it's a good one.
favorite fictional movie athletes.
Yes. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Jeff. Number 5.
Number 5, I'm going to go with Kelly Leak. Bad News Bears.
Okay.
Because he's...
You're right there, Blake.
Blake's making noises. I thought he was going to throw up because of my choice.
Talking about the pitcher, Kelly Leak.
No, Amanda was the pitcher. Kelly Leak was the center fielder.
Oh, the center fielder kid.
Yeah, the one who stole all the fly balls from everybody else in the outfield.
Yes, that's right. The motorcycle, the bad
motorcycle,
boy.
the bad boy,
who also was a
thug.
10-speed bike racer in Cutters.
Yes, he was in Cutters, and he was also ended up being in The Watchmen.
Yeah.
Yes, and other movies.
Other
but yes.
movies. He's like one of those actors that had Bad News Bears, Cutters, and he has this long gap where he ages 40, 50 years. And then all of a sudden he's in all these movies making cameos. Yeah, I like it. Actually, honorable mention, I had any Bad News Bear.
I pretty much wanted to list the whole team, but I decided to pick one.
Tatum O'Neal, I mean, all that stuff.
Timmy Lupus is fun, but I didn't know if I could call him an athlete.
Billy Bob Thornton. Oh, sorry, wrong.
Bad Boo. Original Bad News Bears.
Okay, Blake, who's your number 5?
My number 5 was Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, Highlander. I've seen
Why
Highlander.
do you always...
It was shit.
Why do you all...
Highlander won an Oscar for best picture ever.
Best picture ever. I've seen Highlander. It was shit.
Why do you always pray to baby Jesus?
I think we've had the same discussion 3 episodes.
Ricky Bobby.
Well, my number 5 was Thornton Mellon from Back to School. Because
the diver.
Yes.
Rodney Dangerfield, because here's the reason.
He did the triple Lindy.
He's had longevity. That's what my thing was, longevity. So he bounce. So there you go. When he was doing it at 60 years old, whatever, that counts.
Hey, so what are you doing Monday night? I have class. What are you doing Tuesday night? I have class. Well, why don't you call me when you have no class?
From Back to School, great film.
Rodney Dangerfield is awesome. That's all there is.
Robert
tonight.
Downey Jr. in it.
Hey, bring a picture every 15 minutes. When somebody passes out, make it every 10. I may have butchered that quote, but I like it.
It's a great film. When he's trying to sign up for classes and get books and that, the limo driver, Bruce Springsteen, he just told me to sit out here with a sign.
That's right.
Just remember, you're a melon.
Number 4 for me is a tie.
We're whiplashing.
Oh, you're doing ties.
Ty Webb from Caddyshack. Chevy Chase.
Really?
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
The reason why.
That was my number 3.
Woo! Put on the board.
Ty Webb?
Yeah.
Golfer.
The reason why it's a tie is because it's golf. Sorry, Marty, from Midian's Minute, but I'm not a big golf fan, and, it's golf. I don't know if they're really athletes, blah, blah, blah. Moving on.
And he's tied with?
Dottie Hinson from A League of Their Own. Which is Gina Davis's character. She was like the Babe Ruth of the league.
See, I had this thing. You said it was a tie, and then you started out with Ty Webb.
Get it?
I thought it was going to be another tie. You're going to make them all ties.
Ty Burrell
I thought it
from,
would be another golfer, because then you're just like, because it's golf. I so I was expecting 2
Rodney
tie
Dangerfield's character.
That's what I was expecting.
Get a bowl of soup with that hat?
Because we were discussing this, and I mentioned...
Looks good on you.
We were talking Caddyshack, and I'm like, if I picked Caddyshack, it would probably be the judge, because he was I thought Ted Knight did the best job with that. But
Yes, he did.
But Rodney Dangerfield... and
I gotta pull on a lake. Lake would be better for you. Or pull on a pond.
Pull on a pond.
Pond would be better for you.
Yeah. The reason I couldn't pick Carl Spackler was because they really never show him playing golf, except for when he's slicing up flowers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I couldn't call him an athlete.
Bill Murray's character, yes.
So what? So let's dance. But then Dottie Hinson, because she's a I love the character. I love League of Their Own, and she was a good athlete.
Again, that was one I really liked the movie, but there wasn't one character I would have picked. I mean, my favorite character is probably Marla Hooch. What a hitter.
She is one of my
Which was Marla Hooch?
The unattractive one in quotes.
Rosie O'Donnell?
No. Rosie was supposed to be the attractive one. No.
Man, what happened? Okay,
Are you talking about the little sister?
No.
Marla Hooch was the one.
What character you're talking about?
She was the power hitter.
She was the good hitter, but the very
John Lovitz didn't want to sign her because she wasn't attractive enough.
Oh, I know. Yeah. She was the farm girl.
Yeah, the farm girl.
That her mom and dad drove her out for tryouts or whatever.
Her dad, because she didn't have a mother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she was raised with a father and not a mother, so he taught her baseball, but none of the girly things.
Oh yeah, okay. And then they doll her up later in the movie, and it's all great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4.
And then she gets married.
Oh. Are you done with your number 4?
Yeah, you're number 4.
My number 4 for those Ohio State Buckeyes, Johnny Utah.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going. Shut up.
There's
That's your
another
number
one.
one, Jay?
Wait, whoa. Do you have a tie for number 4?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I only picked one Ohio State Buckeye Keanu character.
Thank you.
That was Johnny Utah from Point Blank. Because
Point Break.
Because Point Break was a hell of a lot better than your other movie. Which
Don't.
I shall not say or blow it for everybody.
I knew Jason was going to have that.
Love that movie.
Yeah, some people have to, apparently.
Shut it. What's yours?
Let's see, number 4. I think I'll also go with the golf here.
Okay.
I don't have a tie. But I'm going with Roy McAvoy from Tin Cup.
I hated that ending.
Drop.
We were talking about that today
Really?
on Twitter.
I love that ending.
Yeah.
No one's going to remember who...
Is it? Ball.
No one's going to remember who won the tournament, but everyone will remember your 12.
Ball, what?
Ball.
From the movie.
When he keeps going,
He
ball.
hit it in the water and then asked for a new ball. Hit it in the water and asked for a new ball.
That's right.
Okay. Number 3, Jeff?
Okay, well, number 3, I'm going to have to play a clip to explain why this is my number.
You just throw whatever you got, whatever's left. The boys are all here for you. We'll back you up. We'll be there. Because, Billy, we don't stink right now. We're the best team in baseball right now, right this minute, because of you. You're the reason. We're not going to screw that up. We're going to be awesome for you right now. Just throw.
So my number 3 pick, Gus Zinski from For Love of the Game, mainly because of that speech right there.
I love that movie.
I do too. And Gus Zinski is the only person to score the only run of that ball game.
Okay.
Awesome.
That was number 3?
That was my number 3.
So who's the 2? Blake. Number 3?
Yep.
My number 3 was taken up. That was Ty Webb. Bastard.
No.
No.
Number 3 for me?
Do drugs, Danny?
Benny the Jet.
Oh.
Benny Rodriguez from The Sandlot.
The Sandlot.
Who becomes the baseball player at the end.
Yeah.
He was an athlete. He did everything. So he even became the Dodgers. He stole
everything.
He stole home.
He stole home.
Okay, we're not Vin Scully. Calm down.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls.
Benny and the Jet.
So, not Benny and the Jet.
When I used to watch
Benny
him
the
play
Jet.
baseball in the Sandlot, he could do everything. He stole home.
To Nikki on Pumazili, she said she never saw it.
Oh, Nikki,
We gotta
see
send her a
Sandlot.
copy in New Zealand. Gotta see The Sandlot. Number 2 for me.
Think of cricket, but we run in a diamond shape instead of back and forth.
Yes, and it doesn't take 6 days to play.
Yes.
Number
But it
2.
could take 6 hours.
Yes. Number 2. If I could change, you can change.
Oh.
We can all change.
From the 4th movie?
As I'm dying here. Rocky. No. Rocky in general. Rocky Balboa.
I'm surprised, Jason. There's somebody I thought would be on your list that isn't going to be.
Rocky was my number 1.
Yo! Taking them down for
And I'm
Drake.
not talking about Rocky 2 through 7. I'm talking about Rocky 1, which is a wonderful psychological movie about a lone man against the odds that nobody gives him a chance. He doesn't want to win. He just wants to go to distance with the champion, and he does.
I like Rocky number 3. So yes, Rocky, he's top of his game. He kept fighting. He beat Tommy Gunn.
He never beat Tommy Gunn officially.
That's
that was
true.
a back alley
And
fight.
actually, the last one was not bad either.
That's what I heard. I couldn't bring myself to watch it. I saw
So
about 10
I'm going
minutes.
Rocky. And the only reason he's not number 1 is as many championships he's won. He's boxing. He didn't fight that much, so that's why.
Adrian.
And
Yo, Adrian.
and everyone guess what your number 1 is going to be anyway.
Shut it. That was number 2. Blake, you're number 2.
All right, so
You get to
I
talk
got
once.
something. Yes, I actually talked 3 times, but this one, my number 2, I actually have a 4-way.
Oh.
And I'm not
That's
talking
what
about
she
a
said.
skyline chili
Oh.
combination.
What is your
Better
4-way?
not ruin any of mine.
My 4-way is Jake Taylor,
Oh,
Roger Dorn, Willie Mays Hayes, and Ricky Vaughn.
What about
Major
Pedro?
League.
What about Pedro?
Yeah, you can throw him in.
Okay.
You can throw him in.
So I love
Strike this motherfucker out.
No,
That's right.
It's strike this
guy
out.
Fucking TBS.
That's right. That's why when I'm in the outfield, ball gets past you in the infield. That's why I'm saying, we don't do any of that old age shit.
And that's why when you cut off other people in the outfield, I call you Kelly Lee. Let other people catch the ball, Kelly Lee.
I just call you Manny Ramirez. That's a good one, man. Yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, good one. It was too high. Too high.
No, you see the angle, the trajectory.
Who the fuck cares? It's gone. Major League's awesome. How about Major League 3?
No.
Back in the minors?
Yes.
No.
Well, for my number 2, we'll go to Major League 2.
Oh, God, no.
Uh-oh.
Rube Baker.
You love your catchers, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, where were you on that one, Nick?
Oh.
But Rube Baker. That was...
You would be the catcher.
That was...
So is that your number 1?
That's my number 2. What?
No, Rube is
No, I don't I don't particularly care for
But you
Bull
say
Durham.
catcher.
Oh, that's true.
He's a catcher. What's his
I'm
name?
not a big Bull Durham
Costner's
fan.
character.
Costner's character. Yeah,
I'm not a big Bull Durham fan.
No, I wasn't a big Bull Durham fan either.
I believe in the small of a woman's back.
And if candlesticks.
Yes.
But I'd say...
Yeah, that's still one of the best movie quotes in when they're at the mounds.
Yes.
It's not a discussion about the game. It's about buying wedding gifts. Like, well, okay, we're solving a lot of shit. We're dealing with a lot of shit here.
Yeah, I know. I hear it like every week at softball.
Yes, you do.
I'm pitching bad, and your brother comes out and says, candlesticks.
Read through your eyelids.
Thanks.
What's your number 1, Jeff?
My number 1, which I was stunned, didn't make your list anywhere.
It could be on my honorable mention. Can I do those first?
No. Well, my number 1, kind of a 3-way.
Oh.
It's a Menage-a-trois?
It's a Menage-a-trois.
Just like this episode.
The Hanson brothers.
That was
from Slapshot.
From Slapshot.
They brought their fucking toys.
Shut the fuck up and try to listen to the song!
They put tinfoil in their hands.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What are you doing?
I love that.
Put on foil, coach.
Hanson Brothers, great.
I like the Hanson Brothers. You're right.
They were
really
up on my
forgot about
list.
them.
There was a couple. I thought about them. That was good.
Who's
That
some of
was
your
good.
honorable mentions?
No, hold on. I didn't do my
you got
number
your
1.
number 1? Oh, sorry.
Come on. Who's my number 1, Jeff?
Jeff, guess it.
I don't even remember the character. Falco. was that it?
Shane Falco from The Replacements. Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
out-
Oh, yeah. The other Ohio State.
The other
quarterback.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
That's why I was worried because he not only led Ohio State to the bowl game in the movie Lost. Did anyone have anything better to do that day? But he also led the Scrubs in The Replacements to the playoffs.
That's right.
So
And he got the cheerleader.
yeah, and she was cute.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to pick Shane Falco or one of the other replacements. Though.
I did. I was thinking about Danny, played by Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Red means stop.
Or I thought maybe what's the kicker played by?
Nigel.
Yeah.
He's smoking on the
Was it
field.
Reese Ifans or
Yeah,
something?
you can't smoke on the field. So I love The Replacements. To which,
Oh, you know Rudy? But
No.
he was a real person.
I hate Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, he was a real person, and 2, I hated that movie.
Yeah. Let the record show that there are 2 Ohio State Buckeyes in this top 5
Yes.
list.
2 former Ohio State
former
quarterbacks,
quarterbacks
as
that
portrayed
don't
by
exist.
Keanu Reeves.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
by
even-
Keanu Reeves, and that's even more interesting. Keanu Reeves played 2 Ohio State quarterback characters. One went to the FBI, and one went to
The Replacements.
Well, Doug, Can't Give Yourself a Nickname, did tweet us while this was going on, and obviously he knows that we were doing top 5. I tweeted that out today. And he said, in honor of your number 1, because I guess it was obvious, he said The Replacements just got over with on cable.
Awesome.
So we do any honorable mentions?
I got Kenny Powers.
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Ah. Not a movie, so you couldn't put it on your real list, but it's an honorable mention.
It is honorable mention.
I had John Beebe from Mystery Alaska, Russell Crowe's character, because he led the team.
Yeah, that's the thing. There wasn't a character that really jumped out of me from that.
I love that movie.
I
Very
love
good.
the movie.
Nickel and I were talking about that this week on Twitter. Love that movie.
Might be one of my favorite
And they
hockey
lost.
movies, or one of my favorite sports movies of all time, but no character stood out for me.
Anyone else, Blake? Or Jeff, sorry?
I've got a couple. I got
Kenny Powers.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore was up there?
Yeah, I did think about that, but
he was a hockey player and a golfer?
Yeah, and he has a record in hockey.
I took my skate off once to try to kill a man.
Only man to do that.
You know, it took me a while to remember that his love interest, the press agent, the public affairs.
Julie Bowen?
Julie Bowen?
She's on
she's Modern Family. She's the mom of Modern Family.
She looks totally different.
And she looks better.
Yeah.
I also picked the Jesus from The Big Lebowski. Or a couple of pretty much anybody from The Big Lebowski.
Let's go door to door, you know.
Bowling. Yeah.
Bowling.
I thought
Jesus.
Think of bowling. I didn't think of Bill
Jesus.
Murray's character from Kingpin.
I was thinking of Kingpin too.
With his hair sticking up.
Yeah.
And another honorable mention I had from Revenge of the Nerds, Ogre.
I had Happy Gilmore as it. I didn't put him on honorable mentions, but he was on my list. Just looking around. Jake Taylor was on there, but my main honorable mention was John Beebe. So, Blake, okay.
Kenny Powers.
We had a lot of listener picks.
What do the listeners have to say?
Go through these quick here. Marty from Minions Minute had Rocky, Billy Chapel.
Billy
Which
Chapel.
was Billy Chapel?
Kevin Costner in For Love of the Game.
Yeah. Nuke Lelouch.
What's his name?
I'm trying to think who that was. Nuke.
Andy Dufresne.
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins from Bull Durham.
Roy
McAvoy.
Yep.
From Tin Cup.
And Roy Hobbs from Natural.
From The Natural.
Doctor Number One had Shane Falco. Pedro Serrano. Thunderlips.
Pedro Serrano. Fuck you, Jobu.
I do it myself.
Hats for bats. Keep bats warm.
We need to sacrifice a chicken. I got a bucket of KFC. Well, let's do
one
should
live
have got a
chicken.
live chicken.
He had Zeus, which actually was a good one from No Holds Barred. You know, he did kill people.
Oh, yeah.
Ty Webb and the Hanson brothers. And then he wrote, hold on, what was this? He said, hashtag the podcast that can't count. So it was more than five.
Since he had 6.
Yeah,
6. Well, I like that.
Honorable mentions, Clubber Lang and Tommy Gunn. I think that was a joke.
Lang, Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn.
Randall Holt wrote, that's a fine list. Can't argue with any. Yes, you can.
What was a fine list?
Doctor Number One.
I was talking about my list. I was like, how do you know my list already?
Randall Holt had Al Cervic.
Al Cervic, from Caddyshack, Dangerfield's character.
Hey, what about Al Bundy? Well, he's TV.
TV. Yeah, we discussed that at work when I was discussing. He's like, oh, it's just movies, so you can't put Al Bundy with his 4 touchdowns in one game.
He had Ty Webb, Bobby Boucher,
Bobby Boucher.
Waterboy.
Rick Vaughn, Wild Thing Vaughn, and Kathy Ireland in that football movie. Necessary Roughness.
Hey, can I just say, being a Cleveland Indians fan and going to Tribe games in Cleveland still, and when they come down here, you still see a hell of a lot of Ricky Vaughn jerseys.
Well, they haven't had much else.
That's true.
Actually, they did for a while
Yeah,
there.
we did.
After this movie came out, they went on a tear.
That's right. That was like perfect timing. It's the mid-'90s when they first went to the playoffs in the first World Series.
Meg Griffin had Rudy and Gus the Kicking Mule.
We actually
the Disney Gus the Kicking Mule.
We discussed that at work too. Gus the Kicking Mule and Air Bud.
I remember that.
Nikki Apumazili had All I Can Think Is Forrest Gump, which actually was not a bad one because he was a good athlete. Even I hated that movie.
Run, Forrest.
And Happy Gilmore.
Stop!
Let's see here. Amy at Culture Babble had Billy Madison.
Billy Madison?
What do you?
I hope she meant Happy
to say
Gilmore.
I think she meant Happy Gilmore. Terminator? Wait a minute.
Is she answering a different question?
I think she's answering different. Bobby Boucher and Paul Curry as played by Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah, I didn't particularly care for that movie.
And she wrote The Evil Terminator. I don't think that was an athlete.
Was he?
And then Pure BS Podcast. He said he had Roy McAvoy,
All right.
Paul Curry, Cole Trickle from Days of Thunder,
Cole Trickle,
Apollo Creed, and Rocky Balboa. And that's about it. Let's see here.
I did think of Apollo Creed, but the way they killed him in number 4 just ruined the entire character for me.
And the guy that did it for us, Brian Hackney, he had Jack Parkman from Major League 2.
Oh, he likes the assholes.
Reggie Dunlap.
Reggie
I can't
Dunlap.
even think of that. Crash Davis.
Ricky Dunlap.
Ricky or Reggie?
Reggie.
Slapshot.
Reggie Dunlap. That's it.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, Slapshot. Okay,
Crash Davis.
Crash, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
There's
your
your
slap
catcher.
shot up here.
There's your catcher.
2,
Crash.
Shane Falco, and number 1, Rocky Balboa. I will flip the other 2.
Number 1.
Let's see here.
I want to do the top 5.
I think
I have to go the way. I have to win. I don't want to be top 5.
So there you go. There's your top 5 for the week.
Hooray!
And we have honorable mentions real quick.
That was honorable mentions.
Oh, that was it. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Gems.
we just went through like 10 minutes of honorable mentions.
We have a quick hidden gem. Okay, you got something quick, Blake? Because we're wrapping up here.
SyFy, 12 Monkeys.
Is it good?
I liked the movie, and I was hesitant, but you know what? The first 2 episodes, I like it. Not completely it's based on the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
The
want it to
inspiration
be.
is from the movie.
That's all I would want.
But
from
it's
it.
different, and I like it so far. 2 episodes in, I'm good to go.
Okay, I have to ask: is there at least a Brad Pitt type character, like the strange, whacked out doodle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I want you to watch it.
I intend on watching.
The other thing is, there's a new channel on DirecTV. It's called El Rey. Are you familiar with El Rey?
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's called El Rey.
Okay.
And basically, they show all the old cult spaghetti slasher movies, kung fu.
I believe Rodriguez is part owner in it.
Yeah, today they had Beastmaster and Red Sonja. It was a Dino De Laurentiis day, and they had a whole weekend. The past holiday, what was the past holiday weekend? New Year's.
MLK.
Yeah. No, it was, MLK. No, that's Martin Luther King marathon. No.
Well, that was the most recent holiday.
New Year's holiday. New Year's. They had the Godzilla. They had all the Godzilla movies back to back.
I would have loved
Starting with the original Japanese black and white 1940.
And ending with Matthew Broderick.
He also
yeah, unfortunately. No. And so it's called El Rey. They've got and what's nice, what's weird about it, it comes in on 480 HD. And so you try to fix it. No, it comes in 480 HD. So it's like retro. It's like retro HD, retro movies. And it's just screwing me up, man.
And he also does Dusk Till Dawn, the TV series on that network.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rodriguez does it.
All right.
He's got a couple more movies, a couple more shows coming out on that thing.
Also, if you like Dragon Age and you like the songs that are in the pubs, the bard songs in the pubs in Dragon Age, BioWare has those online for free. You can download all the pub songs from BioWare. They're going to start charging for it.
Age.
Yeah, they're going to start charging for it February 9th. So
so I should download it right now, even
download
if
it
I
now
haven't
while
heard
it's
it.
free.
Download it while it's free.
Yes.
Okay, so there's your episode for this week. We have a bad idea, anybody? Because I did not have one until now. Mentioning No Holds Barred in any top 5. That is number 286.
286. Just No Holds Barred in general.
Yes.
Can I have an audit?
Yes.
On the bad ideas?
Yes.
To make sure there's no number repeats?
No, you can't have that audit.
You can if you would like to go back.
Yeah, you can go back and check. You realize we can't count.
I'd like to know what numbers are available.
So thanks for listening, and Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.